I can't breathe.
Anger boiling across the United States. Nearly 40 cities have imposed curfews as protests sweep across the country.
For those who believe that racism is dead and gone, they're just living in a different universe. When you can't go for a jog as an African-American man, that questions whether or not your intrinsic value is on par with every other American.
I think the police officer who murdered Mr. Floyd should be charged with murder, and indeed he has been.
It was beyond a tragedy. It was a crime.
The video of George Floyd's death is deeply disturbing. The riots and the anarchy we've seen across the country have nothing to do with the death of George Floyd. In Washington, D.C., they set fire to a historic church attended by every president since James Madison. They defaced the Department of Veterans Affairs and the World War II Memorial, which honor our veterans. They defaced the Lincoln Memorial, a temple in which we remember the great emancipator.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. pushed people back on situations like this to say that hate doesn't drive out hate, only love does that, and we need to be constructive, not destructive in this process.
My heart goes out to the family and the community of George Floyd. They're upset. I'm upset. It's disturbing what's happening, and we need to make sure that we address it.
What we can't do is let this evolve into a mob, into a riot, because the people who are protesting, they're not the people with the agenda of violence.
You do not advance justice by inflicting injustice upon your neighbors.
You're saddened and heartbroken by the death of a good man at the hands of the police, and you're saddened by looking at the violence and the looting that is happening in our nation by criminal elements who are sent to destroy us.
This is a cause that should link us together, American with American, and we must resist the efforts of all of those who would set us against ourselves.
I want a real raw conversation where people get to understand and appreciate the other's perspective.